Okay, welcome back to our second part of the short demonstration of the agent-based travel expense solution. In the first part, we have been creating a billing on the mobile side of the application by the traveler himself, and finally he had turned in that billing, so now it can be approved and put into the approval process on this website of the application. We are logged in as Hans Hansen. He has been chosen to be the approver by the creator before on the mobile application, and now in his personal workflow list he will find that billing that had been created before for November, and he can open it and will find all the data that had been created before. He has some overview of the process, so we are now in the approval phase right now. And when we scroll down, we will see all the trips that had been created, like this November trip here. He can have a look at it, and the data should be the same as we saw before, including all the day specifications. So they are fine. And you also will see the receipts that had been created for that billing. So if we open that receipt, we will also see the data and the photo of the receipt if it had been made before. Right, so we see that data, the €8.90 here, and we see a photo of the billing. Okay, so we can close that, and if that everything is fine, he can approve it. He could turn it back to the creator and let it be re-edited, but we don't want to see that now. So we just confirm it here and say, okay, that is all fine, please pay it out. Okay, and we confirm it. And now the process that is defined behind it knows that it has to be routed to a next person who will do the payout, which we will see now. So now we are logged in as Ephraim, and he has the role to pay out all the billings that had been approved before, and he can see all the lists, all the billings that are waiting for payout, including that one that we just routed before. He also can see who is responsible right now, and we see, oh, that's a role named travel expenses payout, and this guy Ephraim does own this rule. So he can open it, and he will basically see the same screen, but he has different actions to take. He could check also if you want to do that, but usually he will only do the payout, so he's confirming it, and then the process is going to be routed to the next person who is doing the archiving. So as we see now, Ephraim doesn't own the role to do the last step of the workflow, the archiving. So the November billing isn't in his workflow list, but he has been defined as a stand-in for that role. So if he switches to the stand-in list, he's able to see that billing now, and it's in the archive status, and he's just doing the same as he did before. He's doing some archive mechanisms, and then he's completing the bill here, and the process is finished. Okay, so we briefly saw the application, how it routes the billing through the process that had been defined. We also can do some configurational things in the application. We can, for example, change the tax settings that are very dynamically according to time ranges here. We also can have currencies being configured here. We can define different vehicle types for standard amounts that are paid for when traveling with cars or with e-bikes or whatever. We all have the regional amounts, so all the countries and all the amounts that are according to the German law paid out for each single day of travel, they can be defined and so forth. So that's basically the travel expense application. So in case you are interested to see more details, or you have a personal use case which is maybe a little bit different, we are very happy to talk about it, and please feel free to contact me, and I'm happy to talk to you about it. Thanks for listening.